In continuation of the applications of Gauss law, what we are going to now look at is electric field due to a conducting sphere. So first we need to understand like how the charges get distributed in a conducting sphere. Suppose you have a conducting sphere. It is almost impossible to create only one electron over here. Suppose when you charge this body, what happens? Some extra electrons you are giving it here. What happens? They repel each other. So because of that, they try to move away from each other. They all go to the extremes and be placed there. So the more charge you give, the more the electrons are getting repelled among themselves, and they all go and they try to be as much further from each other as possible. So all the charges that is given to a conducting sphere will lie in any conductors. The charges given to a conductor is lying only at the surface. Even if there is somewhere some extra electric field is there because of the presence of charge, that electric field drive the charges to move around, so they get distributed in such a way that there is a maximum possible distance. Then maximum possible distance occurs only when they all lie at the surface. If there is one electron over here, the maximum possible distance for the other electron will be here, this will be here, this will be here. So all the charges that is given to any conductor will lie only at the surface. Given this premise, it will become very easy for us to determine electric field due to a conducting sphere. So after this case, we will look for a non-conducting sphere. Okay, so then if you have a conducting sphere and you would like to find out electric field, there are three possible points that you can look at. One is, what is the electric field inside the conducting sphere? What is the electric field on the conducting sphere? What is the electric field at a faraway point from a conducting sphere? There may be three cases. And here, to find out the electric field, what you need is Gauss law, right? So you are going to consider or assume or imagine a Gaussian surface. Gaussian surface is a closed surface. Suppose from the center of the sphere, you would like to find out at a distance r, here is at a point P, you would like to find out electric field. What you will do, equidistant from the center, all the equidistant point, if you connect, it is not a circle, it's a sphere. So all the equidistant point from here, this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, all are equidistant. If you connect them, you will get a sphere. So the Gaussian surface, first point is you are going to find out electric field inside a conducting sphere. So you consider a point P at a distance r. Suppose the radius of the sphere is r, this distance r will be less than the radius of the sphere. First point is inside the conducting sphere. Inside the sphere, we know that r is less than the capital R. So what is going to be the electric field? The electric field will be, here the electric field will be like electric flux according to the definition, integral around the closed surface, E dot dA, which is equal to total charge enclosed by the surface by epsilon naught. That's how we proceed with. And here let us assume that the total charge given to a sphere is Q. All the charge given to the sphere will lie only at the surface. There is no charge inside this. Hence, in this imaginary sphere, the Gaussian surface that you assume, whose radius is less than the radius of the sphere, contains no charge. Hence, integral E dot dA, or electric field into area, is equal to 0 because charge enclosed by the sphere inside it is 0. Then the electric field inside the sphere will be 0. Okay, then you would like to find out the second point is on the sphere, on the surface of the sphere. In this case, the distance r will be equal to r. You are considering a point on the sphere, then this distance to that point r will be exactly equal to r. Then at a distance r is equal to r, all points lie at the surface of the sphere. Then electric flux is E dot dA. Here dA is the entire surface of the sphere. E is constant, you can take out integral dA is surface of the sphere. Surface area of the sphere is what? 4 pi r square. E into 4 pi r square will be total charge enclosed by the surface by epsilon naught. Here what is charge given to the sphere? Q. Then total charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface. The Gaussian surface is just blanketing the entire sphere. Hence that total charge will be Q by epsilon naught. Then electric field at a distance r will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by r square. Do you see anything familiar with this expression? So first, in this chapter beginning, we found out electric field due to a point charge at a distance r. Electric field due to a point charge at a distance r is 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by r square. So you have a conducting sphere. You give all the charges, and the charges given to the sphere lies only at the surface of the sphere. Then electric field at the surface behaves like as if the entire charge is concentrated at the center. It doesn't behave as if the charges are lying at the sphere. So the electric field due to a conducting sphere at a point on the surface will be equal to that of a point charge kept at the center of the sphere. So electric field will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by r square. The third point you would like to find out, the third thing here you would like to find out is electric field due to this sphere at a distance r, where r is greater than the radius of the sphere. Then what you will do? You will imagine a Gaussian surface where all the equidistant points will form a sphere. Then at a point outside the sphere. Her condition is r is greater than the radius of the sphere. In this case, electric field will be E times 4 pi r square. Here in this case, because it's still a Gaussian surface, a spherical surface, area of the spherical surface is 4 pi r square. E into 4 pi r square will be equal to total charge enclosed. So whatever size of the Gaussian surface that you imagine, the total charge, this sphere contains charge Q. Even you imagine whatever be the size of this, all will contain the same charge Q. Then it will be Q by epsilon naught. So electric field at a point outside the sphere will also be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by r square. So electric field outside the surface is inversely proportional to r square. Electric field on the surface is also inversely proportional to r square, but r is constant, so electric field is constant, and electric field inside the sphere is 0. Suppose if you take, this is a sphere and this is the center of the sphere and this is exactly the radius. Suppose if you take the distance from the center of the sphere on the x-axis, distance from the center of the sphere, or on the x-axis, and electric field on the y-axis. At all points inside the sphere, when r is less than r, electric field is 0. So electric field is 0. From where? 0 to r is equal to r. Exactly when r is equal to r, electric field will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by r square, where r is the radius of the sphere. So this value is E surface. That value will be here. E will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by r square. Then at any point outside, when r gets greater than r, when this r value increases, when this r value is greater than r, this E value keeps on decreasing, inversely proportional to r square, then it will be like a hyperbola. It will go, and only when this r is equal to infinity, electric field will be 0. Hence, this line will not touch the x-axis. The r, in other way, it will touch the x-axis only at infinity. So electric field due to a conducting sphere, at all points inside the conducting sphere, electric field is 0. At a point on the surface is constant, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by r square. That means the sphere behaves as if the entire charge is concentrated at the center, and at any point outside the sphere, electric field is inversely proportional to r. If on the sphere means r is equal to, suppose, whatever the radius, at any point means 2 meter, 3 meter, 4 meter, you just need to substitute and find out.